All right, welcome home, son. Welcome to Inside Pool TV and the APA streaming out across the galaxy. We are at Strokers Palm Harbor for the 2016 U.S. Amateur Championships, brought to you by Poolplayers.com. This is a winterside match. James Adams versus Daniel Gambill. Daniel here extracting the rack from the pockets, and we'll set up to play 8-ball as we open this match. Here are some of the rules. It's a race to 7. We have a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball, 5 games of 8-ball and 8 games, up to 8 games of 9-ball. Double elimination. The winner of the leg chooses to break or the format. So today we start with 8-ball, and we've seen quite a mix of that. And I'm Alvin with Inside Pool, your loyal host and friendly neighborhood good guy, Galactic Universe good guy, and Kerry McAuliffe is joining me. Go ahead, Kerry.
Hey, Alvin, how you doing?
Perfect, as always. How else could I be? James Adams at the U.S. Amateur Championship. James Adams to break. He's breaking from the side, so he's probably going to hit the 9-ball. Just depends on how square he can hit the ball. He's dead aiming at that second ball. You want to hit it as square as possible.
He actually caught it pretty good, but didn't get much of a good result. Didn't seem like maybe it was either not a very tight rack or something. He did hit it good. I certainly don't want to be starting from here.
Myself, I would use the template. I would ask to use the template.
Yeah, I did use it in a couple of my matches, and it really does make things simple. It takes all the agony out of racking. You know, it just gets it done.
Guessing if you had spaces in the rack.
Right.
So it's been a great tournament.
Yeah, so this is the hot seat match, right?
Yes, sir. Then we'll play the person who does not win this match in the next match versus Fernando Vaca, I believe.
I believe you're right. Yep. And then I think, actually, no, I'm not sure that's right. I think that side of the chart was a little bit delayed. So I think Fernando Vaca is going to play Brian Parks. And then I believe the winner of that will play the loser of this match.
Yeah, they're playing them at the same time from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. I can't. Are they playing both the matches at the same time right now? Okay, wonderful. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jason Bowman, the marketing director of APA. One of the men behind the curtain, making it all happen.
I played James earlier. It was my second match of the tournament.
I've played James quite a few times.
He's a good guy. Nice guy. Plays great. He didn't play his best against me. I had my chances, but I just couldn't get there, and he ended up winning the match 7-5. But it looks like he's finally, sort of picked back up to his normal speed.
Yeah, I haven't played him in years and years, but he was a great player even back then.
He certainly seems very,
he's way
very
better
dedicated.
now, too.
Yeah, he seems very, very into it. So that's a
well,
good thing.
He's sponsored by Capone's Billiards up in Spring Hill, Florida.
That's nice.
Rocky McElroy.
He looks like a pretty young guy. I can't imagine he's 30.
Yep, and he's done.
What is his age here? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm right. He's only 26. He's only been playing pool for 9 years. Wow, I hate people like that.
Evolving well.
I've been playing forever, twice as long as him, and he plays way better than me.
Rocky's guidance, man. He's a great. That's why, one of the reasons I love that pool room, not just because of the pool room. It's
yeah, there's a lot of
really
really strong players. Oh, I was just about to say, I think
Great
at
player.
one point Rodney Morris used to play in
They
Capone's a lot. And now I see that
did.
that's one of James' influences is Rodney Morris.
Yep, a lot
He's
of
a great
pros.
guy, too. I like him a lot.
Yep. Rocky's mentored a lot of the pros as they've come up. He's a great player.
Rocky McElroy?
McElroy, yes.
McElroy, oh, okay. James' favorite game is one pocket. That's interesting.
It's a great game to play.
Yeah.
I like watching it, but very limited doses of
yeah, well, obviously
we
it can be a very slow-paced game sometimes.
I'm sure I'll like it more, but I like the knowledge that you gain from it.
Yeah, I think it helps all your other
play
games. I mean, there's so much to it, so many shots. It's probably the most elaborate game of all the pool games.
Henry played a couple nice one-pocket shots during his match that he unfortunately didn't win with Brett Stottlemyre last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he played hit a ball into a cluster and ricocheted off into the pocket.
Yeah.
Cool little shots like that you could pick up from one pocket.
Well, James has to figure out how to deal with this 8-ball. It would be nice if he could shoot this 12 first and save the 14 for last and play the 8 in the left side pocket. I'm imagining that is what he's probably going to attempt to do. Yeah, this ought to be okay. He'll have to shoot with the bridge, but
it's going to make it easy.
He's a fairly tall guy.
Easy to commentate on. James makes it easy.
Yeah.
This late in the game, that's a good thing. You did like 4 matches yesterday,
didn't
you?
I did.
At least. I know I did bunches of them. So thanks God for Freddie and Jason Bowman also picking up some of the slack, and the junior little redheaded dude.
Oh yeah, Jacob.
At the end of this rack, I'll tell you how you can get involved in this event next year, because you definitely want to come down here. What do you think, Harry? Do they want to be here?
Yeah, I think so, if you like pool. I mean, this is the way to test yourself against the top amateurs in the country. Looks like James is getting a timeout from his opponent there. I think I heard him tell him he was just making sure that in case he hits one of those balls with the bridge, that he can see that the 8-ball goes past the 4 into the corner, just in case things go wrong.
Well, that was mighty noble of him.
Yeah.
Survived. Looks like he's going to be able to shoot at the quote-unquote side pockets, which have been really, really tough on everybody this weekend. He has to shoot at it. I don't think he can shoot at the corner, can he?
I don't think he can either. Nope. I think he's.
Well, he's looking down. He's looking downtown there. Maybe he can.
I think he's looking at the path his cue ball's going to take. I think he'd like to go to the right side of the 3-ball and go kind of down to the end rail, just in case he misses.
Yeah, he's looking at the angle.
Leaves Dan long and difficult.
Smart thing to do. It's the speed on this ball is how big the pocket is.
He has to almost slide this. It's almost like a stun shot, I think. Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. And he hit it perfect.
All right, James scores the first. Click on the score chart here.
You're supposed to say Adams. You're supposed to say, well, at least I made my balls.
1-0 in favor of James Adams over Daniel Gambill here at the U.S. Amateur Championships. Brought to you by the APA. Find out about this event, poolplayers.com/USAMs. We'll get into more of the details of the.
Yeah, as far as I know, you can
since you're a participant, why don't you tell us from your perspective what the process is, and what the potential prizes are, and
here's how it works.
How and the worth of it. You're here every year, so.
Just about. I don't think there was one year I missed, but yeah. Basically, they hold preliminary qualifiers at various locations across the country. They're typically done in mid to late September. Almost all of them are on the same weekend, except for a couple that are on a different weekend. But you basically need to sign up before June 15th. You can sign up online. You can sign up by mail. but it's actually very easy to do online. You don't have to be a member of the APA, although you are certainly encouraged to do so. You get a little bit of a break on the entry fee if you're an APA member. But once you sign up for your preliminary qualifier, you go, you play your qualifier, you get pretty much, you can expect that one person for every 12 to 16 competitors is going to qualify. So you basically have to win your bracket and then you qualify. And once you're qualified, you get free hotel accommodations down here at the very nice, well, this year it was the Doubletree Hotel. It's been for the last several years.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're likely to change that. It's a really nice place.
Oh, no, it's perfect.
And then you come down and you play the final against 128 of the top amateurs that won their regional qualifiers throughout the country. It's a great event. It's the exact same format here as it is in the preliminary qualifier. So you play races to 7, and then the finals are an extended race to 11, and that's exactly how it's going to be here.
Nice shot.
I could be mistaken. Perhaps, is the final here a race to 13, possibly? I know the qualifiers are a race to 11 in the finals, but I'm not sure about here.
I thought it was a race to 9, but maybe not.
I'm sure it's either 11 or 13. Yeah, I'll see if I can find out.
All right, while Carrie's away, I'll analyze. See if you can go move that scorecard, too. The scorecard out on... Tell them to have them do it. Tell everybody else to do everything. That's what I like to do. Delegate, delegate. Getting to the point where I need to be delegating, folks. All right, James Adams from Spring Hill, Florida. Floaty. It's actually the town I like to hang out in the winter. Buddy. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you out there, chat, Facebook friend. Yes, sir, we're here. APA brought us here. A step through time and space. Be here at this moment with you. Worldwide, across the galaxy. Oh, nice. You got perfect on the 7 ball. Just pull back a little bit. Looking where he needs to shoot the 8. I don't like that. He's going to be on the wrong side of the 5. Unfortunately, well, yep. He needs a roll-up table to shoot the 8 in the bottom left-hand pocket. That just happens to be where he's side of the ball he's going to be on. Yep. Not much you can do when there's that many blockers and you have to do shoot at that side pocket, which is very touchy. You can't just load up with draw and draw it around 5 rails to get exactly where you need on the 8 ball. He's got to get shape on the 1 there, then drop it down there. So that's all he could do. They have a lot of strong players out of Capone's. That's why one of the reasons James is so good here. There's a lot of good competition out of that room. Old Rocky plays jam up too, so James has to play him all the time. Okay, he's going to shoot at this ball. Been looking at it for a while, so I like what he did there. Kind of imagine the relining up, pointing it, using the cue. All great, really good, really good. Keep your eye on that spot. Kind of came in from the side, that's good. Oh. Tough ball to have to shoot at, but he didn't end up right on the, I believe it was the 7 ball on the side. There may be other reason too. Daniel Gambill wastes no time. He's going down table, then back up table, back down table. It's all right. I'm used to talking to this computer by myself anyway, so.
Okay, I'm
welcome
back.
home. Welcome back.
Oh yeah, here I am.
We watched a miss on the 8 ball.
Yeah, I was right up
well?
at the table there. Yeah, I was kind of surprised he didn't try to get on the other side of it. It looked like it went.
He
on the
missed
side.
shape on the 7 ball, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, looks like we should be at 1-1. Boy, with where the 8 ball's hanging like that, I'm really surprised he's not shooting the 9 now.
He's going up table, down table, up table,
it really
down
doesn't
table.
make much difference.
Well, when your opponent shoots all his balls off the table,
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier.
You can do whatever you want.
That's for sure.
You shoot any ball, what are you going to do?
Yeah, right.
You can choose 4 or 5 different ways. Okay. Easy does it.
That's it.
See if Daniel sees that gigantic scorecard right there.
Yeah, I did. I mentioned it to James, so hopefully
okay, good.
they will.
You did before he shot his 8 ball?
I did after he shot his 8 ball.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to interrupt his inning
at
the
yeah.
table.
All right, good job there. We are live if you're just rolling in off of APA's Facebook page. The U.S. Amateur Championships. It's 1-1, Daniel Gambill versus James Adams. Now, Daniel is from Hickory, North Carolina. Hickory. And quite an interesting individual he is. Great player. Glad to see him. Now he's breaking from the rail.
Yeah,
that's an interesting. That's a Corey Duell breaks from there once in a while. Okay. Parks up 1-0 in his 8 ball set over Fernando Vaca. Okay. That's what's going on. Jason Bowman updating us.
Yeah, I think they're 2 tables over. They're the only 2 matches going on right now. Playing on the 1-loss side. The winner of that plays, I believe, the loser of this. And the winner of this will be undefeated in the hot seat. And it is indeed a extended race to 11 for the finals.
To 11, okay.
I believe Dan made a stripe. He made the 2nd ball on the side, so his break from the rail did what it was supposed to do. Boy, I sure didn't think that went by, but it obviously did.
Well, we're actually about 5 or 6 feet back from the bottom rail and on the ceiling with both our cameras here.
Oh, okay.
This camera, I had one blow up this weekend, so we're down to 2. But hopefully for these semis and finals, we'll have a 3rd. We're working on it. We, as in me, am working on it. Me, I'm working on it. What's he lining up here? Too hard to tell with 8 ball. Shoot any ball. Okay. Tell him I said hi.
Oh, this looks like stop, 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 stop. He wants to get real straight on that 12 ball. Make the 13 in the same pocket as the 15. He held that ball up
Bad
good,
mistake
but
right now.
yeah, you know, he was really trying to hold that cue ball, and it cost him the shot.
Blocked the pocket, but James has two shots that I can see right now. 4, 6, 1, 7.
Yeah, I like that.
2, 5, 3.
Yeah, in particular, playing the 1 in off the 15 ball if he comes down underneath it. I like that shot.
Oh, he can shoot by this ball. No, he can't shoot by that 15.
Probably not. He may, though, be looking at the, you know, just pocketing the 15 with the 5 and trying to leave Daniel safe.
Yeah, instead of trying to shoot your way out.
I think as long as he eliminates the shot on the 12 ball by getting up to the rail, he'll be okay. He might be just looking to do that a little ways down the line. I wonder if that 7 goes past. You know, he may, if he can see it, he may play the 3 ball and try to billiard in the 15. Okay, now he may be looking to do it now. He has very nice position to shoot the 3, go to the side rail and kiss the 15 in on the way by, and that gives essentially natural shape on the 5 ball. So that might be his plan. Not at all. I guess he's gonna just not play that pocket at all. Leave the 15 there. That's fine too.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to move anything. Yeah, 2, 5.
That's
exactly.
A nice shot. He
2,
stroked
5,
that ball
1.
great.
I would have hit the 6 out of there, but it's all right.
Yeah, if the 1 would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say if, let's see if we can see if the 8 goes past that 12 ball. Oh, it certainly does. So, okay, there's his out right there. He'll just play the 6 last and shoot the 8 on that side. Yeah, interesting. I noticed that James was playing with a Predator 314-3 shaft,
that's a sponsor.
But breaking with the Revo
One
shaft.
of the sponsors.
Which I've never seen anyone break with that shaft. I've played around with it. It's pretty cool. Nice shot. Now he can really play either side pocket. With the angle that he has, he may elect to play it in the right side pocket.
When you ready to get on, Steve?
Whenever.
You ready? Come over to my side. Or not.
Oh, he bumped the 8 ball.
Why don't you sit here? Steve, yeah, we'll see what Steve. You move here. Be right back.
Is there any way we can clean that? There's something on the 8 ball, and I don't want the ball to skid on me. You see it there? Yep.
All right, we have Alvin's going to step out, and Steve Alessandro, is that your last name?
Close, Alejandro.
Alejandro, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Steve's stepping in.
At least you didn't call me Alejandro. It's usually what I do get. So let me bust out the chat here. We all know that Steve loves the chat.
And the ball show image some cute custom cute high-end custom, and also grown for despite W own video.
Also, we'll ask him what parks next to
no straight.
Well, easy to move, disrupt. I'm pretty, man. So,
Well known. Been on some high in the cap. In between, just while he was just a drill, and then
says it's Steve. Get the test.
look at the.
You go ahead. We are. So you. Everything is. The last. Take care.
Any audio.
Let's test.
Wow, that was. How's the audio, guys? Do we got sound? Just made a very breaking. Solid hit. A lot of reaction. Hello, hello, hello. I do not hear me. You do?
I hear you. You have one on the table. I have what's coming out of the TriCaster. I hear.
Let me see the side of your pencil. See that table? Yeah. Okay, so it's this one. So there. How about that? How's he sound?
Can anybody out there hear me talking?
Can you hear yourself?
I cannot hear myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for their patience while we got this figured out. We went with a backup system. We should be back up, no problem. I'm going to pass it back over to Kerry, and he's going to do fantastic.
All right, guys, sorry about the audio issues. We're doing the best we can to get it resolved. In the meantime, let's try to enjoy the rest of this match. James Adams has a lead 4-3. They're going to finish out this match playing 9-ball. Daniel looks like he's wanting a kick to make this ball. And pretty good bid, but I think he is going to leave James a shot. James is checking out to see if he can make the 3-rail position shot here. Oh, he just drew straight off the rail. That's a nice shot. James had a tough situation there to deal with, but now it'll go back to Dan. He's on the rail, so he doesn't really have the option to draw the ball like he would like to. It's awfully straight. This is kind of a touchy shot. Again, this is where having the fast table helps out, because he should be able to get across the table without, he'll come down under 2 rails underneath the 8-ball, I believe. That's certainly what he tried to do, but I guess he was a little bit too straight or hit it a little too soft. Something. Testing audio levels. All right. Steve is awesome. I just need to get that out there. All right, great. Well, James has once again a difficult situation to face. Problem is he makes the hit, especially if he goes to the right side rail. He's basically shooting the 4-ball into open territory, which may not help him. Still, better than ball in hand. So, okay, he's going to go the other way, probably for that exact reason. He could make the 4 in the corner. He could make the 4 off the 7 in the corner. He could get behind the 8-ball. So this is a much better way to go. Yeah, I think from where he was, that's about as good as he could have hoped. I don't believe Daniel can see the entire 4-ball. It lays slightly awkward for the safe as well, because since he can only hit the our side, the bottom side of the 4, he is likely to go into the 9-ball. He can't really see enough of the 4, I don't think, to spin around the 9-ball. Yeah, it's sort of an awkward situation. I mean, he could elect to cut this ball in. Let's see if the other view shows us what he's dealing with here. It's an awfully thin cut. I guess he's going to play for the jump. He must be more blocked than it appears. once again, from where he was, that's not really too bad of an outcome. I think that James can cut this ball straight in. Certainly a thin cut, difficult long distance. To make this ball, he's got to hit it with some speed. He may be turning his cue ball loose here. Probably look to come around the 9-ball, play the 5 in the top left corner. Oh, I think he was trying to play the kiss. Unfortunately, he's sold out, and Dan comes to the table looking really good to get out here. This is exactly what Dan needed to tie the set back up. I think we'll see him just drift across the table. Oh, he hit that a little soft. I thought for sure he'd go to the second rail, to the right side rail and come out. He should still be okay. I'd expect him to go down to the bottom rail and come off to our right, possibly to picking up a second rail as well. And that's exactly what he did. Nice speed. He's straight in. I mean, from here it should be fairly routine. Still playing on a stream in a big tournament, approaching the finals. Really, no shot is easy. They all feel tricky. Looks like he has a full enough angle on the 8 that he can just pull it down one rail, accept a slightly longer shot. I think he's trying to decide whether he wants to really stroke this ball and go across the table twice, or if he wants to just try to dig in and, you know, come up near that right side pocket. I think that's probably the smarter, more reliable play. Wow, he really held it up there and has just cinched it in. Okay, guys, hold on for one moment, please. All right, well, Daniel was able to make that 9-ball, tie the set up at 4. We are at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, watching the U.S. Amateur Championship put on by the APA, American Pool Players Association. You can watch the stream at poolplayers.com. We are watching semifinal action. Actually, this would be considered, I guess, quarterfinal action. The winner of this match will play Brian Parks, and the winner of... Oh, I am completely wrong. This is the hot seat match. So actually, it's the loser of this match that will play Brian Parks. And then the winner of that match will play the winner of this match in the finals. And that will be an extended race to 11. So Daniel hits a good break. He has a look at the 1-ball, but not exactly a shot on the 1-ball. I like playing this 1-ball, the bank on the 1, so the 1 comes down to the bottom rail and the cue ball goes up to the top, sort of behind the 7 or 5 ball. He likes going behind the 3, which is also effective. I don't believe James can see any of this 1 ball. This is a sort of awkward kick. I think he may be looking at the possibility of playing this 2 rails from behind. I think in this case the 1 rail kick is somewhat more effective in terms of the likelihood of getting a good outcome. If he hits it 2 rails perfectly, he could hold that cue ball back behind the 7 ball and bank the 1 out of on the other side of those balls, but I think that's very difficult to do. Ooh. He missed the 1 ball entirely, bringing Daniel to the table with ball in hand and a fairly open table. Really, every ball leads to each other ball. The 3 to the 4 ball will be really the key to this rack. Once he shoots the 5, he'll play the 7 on the right side, the 8 down in the bottom left corner, and that should be it. Dan is trying to figure out exactly where he wants to be on this 3 ball to maximize his chances of getting straight in the side on the 4. There's many ways you can go. He may be looking to draw back and then play the 3 ball draw with outside English and go 2 rails towards the center of the table. That's a pretty reliable route, and he will then be traveling along the line of the shot for the 4. I mean, he can certainly follow with inside English if he wants to, but I like the draw shot. I think it's a more dependable position. It makes the position zone play larger. And that's exactly how he played it. However, he forgot to draw his ball, so he went a little longer than expected and ran into the 7. He's still okay. He's got the 4 in the bottom right corner, which leads nicely to the 5. The only question is, can he hold? You know, actually, really, from the way I'm looking at it, he might want to be on the bottom side of that left side pocket and then play the 5 in the side, go 3 rails around. That would lead to a natural path straight in on the 7 ball, which is really what he would want given the location of the 8. It also allows him to hit the 4 ball a little bit more soft and smooth, and just make sure he pockets the ball without having to do a whole lot with the cue ball. Okay, he sort of overcooked this a little bit. I think he can still cut it in the side, but it sure would have been nice if he was over a little close to that left side rail. This is thin enough that it's not certain that he can reach the bottom rail, but it's not so thin that he can be sure to reach the right side rail. So it creates a little bit of a difficulty for him here. He may even consider playing this ball in the corner. That's exactly what he did. He hit that ball perfect. What a great shot. He really goes through the ball nicely with a lot of confidence. That's key to being a good ball pocketer. think he'd like to, if he's very straight, I think he might like to draw back just about 6 inches. That's nice. That's a great angle. That makes it very easy to do whatever he wants. He has about 6 feet. He can go to the left side rail and back out and be pretty well perfect on the 9 the entire way. So those are the shots you want to shoot. Nice shot, Dan Gambill, straight in on the 9. And this should put Dan in the lead for the first time since the first rack. Dan's got to be feeling great about that game. We're at the U.S. Amateur Championship put on by the American Poolplayers Association. We're at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. We have semifinal, or hot seat action, I guess you could say here. Daniel Gambill playing James Adams. Both players are undefeated. The winner of this match will be guaranteed a position in the finals. The loser of this match will be playing, actually, I think all this time I've been saying Brian Parks, and it turns out that Brian Parks is playing a match with Fernando Vaca. So actually they will be playing the winner of that match. I don't know if we have a result for that match yet. Well, Dan hit another good break. Nice solid square hit on the 1 ball. He is partially obstructed by the 8 ball. Let's have a look at the other view. This may be something he can shoot rail first. The only problem is that it doesn't have a natural pathway to the 2 ball. So we'll either see him kick the 1 ball from behind, try to get it past the 8 ball, or we'll see him pushing out. A shot I really like here is to go to the left side rail with draw and a little outside English, and you can basically stick the cue ball right where the 1 ball is and bank the 1 to the bottom rail and then out between the 8 and 6. That's a nice shot when you can hit it just right. There isn't really much of a great push here. Should be interesting to see what Dan decides to do here. I think he's taken a look at the push, but to be honest, I think it's a risky proposition, because if James can see that 1 ball at all, there's an awful lot of safety options available to him. So I'd say there's about a 0% chance that James is going to give this push back. If he can see the 1 ball square, some other options become available as well. But James mentioned that his favorite game is 1 pocket, and this is a standard crossover bank. He can bank the 1 into the 5 ball and send the cue ball up table. And that is exactly what he's done. He hit that shot perfectly. Except for one problem. He hit it just a hair too good, and he made the 5 ball, so he just ended up playing safe on himself. Too bad, too, because he really did hit a nice shot. Getting at the 1 ball is a little awkward here as well because of the position of the 6 ball. It really prevents him from getting very close to the 9 ball. He may not be able to hit this 1 rail, and even if he does, he's basically going to be pushing the 1 out into the open. He may be forced to try and find a route of 2 rails. I believe if he shoots to the right of the 7 ball, he may be able to hit this either 1 directly or 2 rails from the bottom. If he can just squeeze this into the 2nd rail between the rail and that 1 ball, he may come out with a good result. It's a very awkward shot. I guess he's going to try to really spin this ball, and maybe he even has to slightly curve it. He made the hit. He had the 9 moving, but he has actually left a shot for Dan. Certainly no hanger here, but the natural path of the cue ball will be sort of between that 9 and 4 ball towards the corner pocket, which obviously is a danger, but that's really where he wants to be headed if he expects good position on the 2 ball. This will require really nice speed control here. That's perfect. He hit that shot great. He has a very slight back cut on the 2 ball. He'll be looking to travel to the left side rail and back across the table for the 4. Nice shot on the 4. Beautiful position on the 6. He may have... No, he still has an angle on that 6 ball. Yeah, he'll go forward with inside English here, go 2 rails. He'd almost like to be right where that piece of chalk on the side rail is. Whoa. Beautiful cue ball. Unfortunately, he did not get the 6 in the pocket. Looks like that might be a somewhat beneficial roll there. I don't know if the 6 goes in the side. Let's have a look at the other view. It certainly does. It's a thin cut, and the cue ball will be pretty hot coming off that 6 ball. Maybe playing this with a little bit of inside English, left English in this case, to sort of straighten it out off the bottom rail. Nope, he did the exact opposite. This is actually a pretty nice place to be, given where he was. I feel like the natural angle here is to go 3 rails underneath the 8 ball. That's what he's done. I'm not sure that he wasn't intending to play above the 8, but he certainly got nice below the 8. James needs this 8 and 9 ball to tie the match up at 5 games apiece. Very nice shot. Great control there. And with this 9 ball, we will see the match tied up once again. This has been a good back and forth for these guys. Nice shot, James Adams. And with that, the match is tied at 5. while they're racking the balls, I'm going to see if I can get an update for you guys on the Brian Parks-Fernando Vaca match. Okay, guys, I'm back here. I just spoke to Brian Parks. He won the match 7-1. So that means that Fernando Vaca finished in 4th place. Very respectable finish in this very difficult field of 128 players. Brian Parks is now guaranteed 3rd and will be playing the loser of this match. Well, that's a costly miss there for... Oh, actually, what am I talking about? They are on a break. James Adams has taken a break, and Daniel is just hitting some balls while James is away. Nice to see you, Freddie. I just saw James Adams walk by on his way back to the table, so we should be resuming the action shortly. James Adams is having a look at this rack. Want to make sure everything's frozen. He's decided to break from the right side of the table, so we should be looking for the 6 ball to go in the pocket in the bottom left corner. And it actually went well ahead but got kicked in, so he actually got a pretty lucky break there, so to speak. He's made 2 balls. He has a look at the 1 ball. I think we'll be seeing him playing safe here. You can see the left edge of the 1. He'll probably look to spin down either underneath the 7 ball or underneath the 4 ball. If he hits the 1 a little bit thinner, he can cross the table twice and come back around near where the 9 and 3 ball are. So he took option number 1. Looks like he played the 2-way shot there, trying to make the bank, and if he didn't, he would be safe. The only problem is he accidentally pocketed the 4 ball and is now left long on this 1 ball. This is where a real good set of eyeballs is a big benefit, something that I definitely don't have. I have such a hard time seeing the edge of that 1 ball from a distance. Not for clarity reasons, it's just hard for me to perceive that properly. Let's see how James deals with that situation. Okay, he just went for the standard put the 2 balls on the other side of the interfering ball shot. However, I believe he has come up short. or rather he's gone a little too far with the cue ball, and I think Daniel can see the entire one ball. This is another situation where playing the bank may allow him to play a two-way shot. He's thin enough on that one ball where I don't really think there's any great option for getting back down table near the two ball by cutting it in. So I think he's either going to go all out safe or he'll play the two-way on the bank. Okay, he just played straight safe. Problem is, he didn't really obstruct the one ball at all. I think he needed to hit that ball a lot fuller. So James is going to come to the table. Now he has a shot that allows him very easily to get back down table for the two ball. We may see him play this two rails with inside English and send the cue ball sort of between the 7 and 2. I like that shot because it makes the position zone a lot larger. This is the problem with coming straight down. Well, he got a real lucky kick there, but he was going to be coming real close to the 2 and crossing the position zone. Obviously, it worked out for him, and I would expect him to get out here. He basically is perfect to get a nice angle on the 3, roll up for the 7. Really, the 7 to the 8 will be the key to this rack. Just roll this in with a lot of left English. Nice shot. He's pretty straight. That's actually not a bad place to be. He may draw the cue ball back to almost where it is right now. I think he has a very slight angle, so his cue ball will be tracking a little bit closer to the 8 ball. It's hard to tell the angle from here, though. Okay, so he was had a slight angle there, but he's come up very nice on this ball. That's a great place to be to get natural shape on the 9. Just soft roll, 2 rails, a little bit of outside English. He should be able to get right to the center of the table. With fast tables like these and speedy rails, actually it can be difficult to hold the speed on this shot. He's got to really soft roll that 8 ball in. And he's done a nice job of that. Perfect. Straight in on the 9. That's where you want to be. Looks like James Adams looks to reclaim the lead here, 6-5 if he can make this 9 ball. And with that, James Adams goes ahead 6-5. I think James is likely to take a long, hard look at this rack. He wants to make sure everything is perfect so that he can make the most of this. He has the chance to break and run out and take this match and guarantee himself a spot in the finals. These guys have been, this is the 3rd day of competition. Yesterday was really the grinder day. It begins at 9 a.m. and goes all the way. I think they had matches going off at almost 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, as I said, he's going to give it a real careful look. He's not quite satisfied. He hit that pretty good, but oh, he is going to make. No, he's not. I thought that 7-ball was going in. This is rough. He actually has left a great shot for Dan. Dan has a relatively easy 1-7 combo, which will then put the 1 in a position where he should be easily able to get to the 2. 2 to the 3 looks like the tester for this rack. I think Dan's going to look to slightly draw this ball with a little bit of right English and try to come 2 rails to the center of the table. He should be able to have free access to the 3-ball from there. He may elect to just cut it in with inside, which he did, accepted a little longer shot. The way he played it there was a little bit more of a guarantee that he would be able to see the 3-ball, but also kept him a little bit further away from the 3-ball. So this is the key to the rack right here. 3 to the 4-ball. Great shot. He hit it perfect. He should be very good on this 4. At this point, I would say he is a huge favorite to get out. It's a little bit more the angle than I thought he would want, but this should be okay. It's just straight draw, almost no English. And he's great. I think he'll just elect to stop the ball right there, be more or less straight in on the 8. That's exactly what he's eyeing up. And these 3 balls, Dan's ticket to a hill-hill matchup. Straight in on the 8-ball. Ever so slight angle, I think, but he should be fine. Great shot. I'm sure he's glad that's over with. Straight in on the 9. And with that, we have a tie score. Hill in the hot seat match of the U.S. Amateur Championship. That's something. Well, this certainly becomes the most important break of the match. Both of these guys are very capable of running out from the break. All they need is a good layout. Make a ball, get a look at the 1. Dan's breaking from the same location as James. And he didn't hit the ball especially square, but he did make a ball, and he does have a shot on the 1, so he did his job there. This will be slightly awkward to play for the 2, considering the size of the position area between the 4 and the 5. I imagine he may go around the table and try to play the 2 in the same pocket. Seems just too touchy to try to cut that 1 in thin and hold the ball to play the 2 in the side. We'll see how full he is. It's hard to tell. Okay, he is indeed going around like I suggested. He hit that shot nice. He would have liked to probably come about 3 more inches just so that he didn't have to shoot over this 6 ball. Also, at this point, in order to get on the far side of the 5 ball, he may require a little bit of inside English, right English in this case, which if he's at all jacked up, that's going to make the shot play pretty difficult. He seems pretty set down on this ball nicely, so he should be okay. Yeah, he hit a very good shot. Well, again, this is the key to the rack here. The 5 ball doesn't really have any easy pocket to get to. If the 5 goes in the left side, he'll probably play it there, because if he tries to play it in the same corner as the 4 ball, the 7 is going to keep him from getting the sort of position he would like on the 6. He'd definitely like to be on the right side of the table and shoot the 6 in the lower left. And it looks like he may have come up a little bit short for the corner and a little bit long for the side. At this point, I think we're going to see a safety. He's eyeing going around the table, and he does have the angle to do that, but it's sort of an awkward shot on the side, and people have missed lots of balls in these side pockets, especially if they hit him with any kind of speed, which he would here. I'm sure he doesn't want to bring James to the table if he doesn't have to. But he definitely has a really good safety opportunity here. He can just roll that cue ball up onto the 7 and just send the 5 to the rail. I certainly would understand his reluctance in doing that, because at least by shooting he keeps control of the table. Or he misses and gives James a chance to shoot an open shot at the 5. So there's the danger there. I really do think in that situation the safety was the right play. Now this is a difficult shot with difficult position, because I don't think the 6 goes past the 9 to the lower right pocket. So if James is going to go at this ball, he's going to have to make it in the lower right, draw the cue ball to the left side row with a fair amount of outside English, and come back across the table. These rails are very slippery, so if he doesn't spin this cue ball, he's probably going to come down below the 6 ball. And that's exactly what happened. In order to get the position that he needed on a table like this with the really slippery fresh cloth, you really got to spin that ball quite a lot to get it to even come straight out off the rail. So he has to make a decision here. Is he going to bank this ball on the side? If he does, he's straight enough that he can draw back to get a nice angle on the 7. He could cut this ball on the side as well. He can also elect to just thin the ball and go underneath the 9. He has a lot of different safety options. I mean, I feel like he banks balls very well. I sort of, in this case, I feel like his safety options none of them are great. He doesn't really have any easy lock-up safe like Daniel did on the previous shot. So based on that, I think we're probably going to see him go at this bank shot here. He seems to be eyeing the 6 on the side. That shot plays very difficult for the same reasons as Dan's shot did before. He's got to cut it in, he's got to hit it with some speed, and to be honest, I really don't think this angle lays as well for getting to the 7 ball. So he played the safety. As I said, I thought that was the shot that Dan should have played on his last turn, and James did do it, and he hit it well, and now Daniel cannot see the 6 ball. So this is a pretty tense moment. I think we're going to see him jump this ball. lays okay to either cut the 6 in the right, top right corner or to bank the 6 ball. I like the jumping for the bank shot here because if your cue ball drifts forward a little bit, you may end up getting safe behind the 7 and 8, and if you make the 6, you're good on the 7. And out comes the jump cue. Well, he must feel that his whole tournament is riding on the outcome of this shot. No pressure, though, no pressure. It looks like maybe he's just going full safety. If he is cutting that 6 to the left, he has a real strong chance to get safe. The cue ball will drift to the right side rail and up to the top behind the 7 and 8. A lot of options. Tough choices under this pressure. I think he's made the bank. He made the bank. Wow, what a shot. All right, here's some yelling and hollering from the crowd. That was a great shot. But that was exactly the right way to play it. It was how I described before, that if you make the shot, you're on the 7. If you don't make the shot, you're safe. Tremendous shot at that point in the match under this kind of pressure. He's not out of the woods yet. He's still got a tricky back cut into the side pocket. There's a lot of danger. The cue ball will be tracking towards the corner pocket. He's going to probably want to hit this with, he has to decide if he's playing the 8 in the top right corner, then he'll just go ahead and hit it with even center ball or possibly a little outside English. He can possibly hit a little bit of inside English and play the 8 in the same pocket as the 7. That's my preference, only because I just, for whatever reason, like pocketing the ball using the tiny amount of inside. Oh, he hit it perfect. What a great shot. Okay, maybe 3 inches past perfect. But this is a very good place to be. He's got one more big shot to make. Wow, what a match this turned out to be. I suppose we should have expected nothing less. These are both great players. It's getting down to the end of a very difficult tournament. Both guys really are rising to the occasion. He's made the 8 ball, but he's left himself very long on the 9. Regardless, he's still at the table. He's still shooting. He has control of his own destiny right here. Great shot, Dan. Center pocket. What a great match. Tremendous heart there. He's pumped, and with good reason. He has just secured himself a guaranteed position in the finals. He has won the hot seat. He will be the only undefeated player left. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here. We're going to take another look at our audio situation, and we will be back momentarily for the semifinal matchup between Brian Parks and James Adams. So thanks for bearing with us, and we'll be back shortly.